Douglas said that education is the road to freedom. Let's stay in their own backyards and feed themselves, feed their family, feed the nation. You cannot go to school and come back and be begging in style. Yes, we're very, very grateful for this opportunity. We're in the education family so that we feel inspired and go back to Banjul. And this is the opportunity that we will take home with and now invoke the second stream of education, which is anchored on STEM, TVET in general, of our education. That's the reason why we're now transforming some of our institutions now to transform into a University of Education, because we are having two education, University of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology, USET, to be training only the leave. I started discussing with Honorable Minister. We have each other, and Africa will be able to respond to Africa's problem. Banjul, mathematical formula for Banjul, and one for applied. And I have no doubt impose our higher education ecosystem, that it is functional, ensuring that we respond to the have that conversation with the industry, so that whatever we do is not in isolation. It is in line with the industry, so that our products here, we have no doubt that Africa is ready for a... Thank you.
Gambia. Let's put our hands together again to appreciate, including STEMastic Africa. STEMtastic Industrial Revolution. Now we are in technology revolution. The future of Africa of STEMtastic. All of us to stand up so that we can be able to invite our chief guest, Honorable Julius Migos, Minister.
Please visited.
A serious tongue twister. Representatives of regional and international organizations here, distinguished researchers and educators, innovators and across Africa and beyond, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my PS, Professor Julius Bitok, in engineering. That is what his professor told him. I will say, Professor, our reasoning is okay. That there could be something wrong with their reasoning. It is therefore the Ministry of Education, I extend a warm welcome to you, learners, and our esteemed international guests gathered here in Semester, which in itself is in STEM education across the continent. Be more relevant, timely, or urgent. It is clear that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, Africa is home to the youngest population. Young people globally will, with such potential, our continent must harness skills required to thrive in the current fourth industrial revolution. This symposium is not just a conference to reimagine and entrepreneurial. The CBE and its in science and technology from early on through experimentation. This symposium reinforces these reforms by promoting best practices, not only consume knowledge, but also create it. Lyric Adventures is the STEM village, a vibrant hub of student exhibitions, live demonstrations, interactive labs, and innovative showcases among both learners and teachers. Active participation of students and teachers from across Africa in the STEM village is more than symbolic. When learners are exposed to relatable role models, practical activities, STEM not as an abstract content, but as a path to pursue any possibility potential. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa cannot afford in addressing the historical and structural barriers that limit girls, learners with disabilities. Symposium's commitment to equity and inclusion is commendable. Through shared learning, policy dialogue, and collaborative innovation, we can build a Pan-African STEM movement that is as diverse as it is. And international partnerships forged here today must overcome common challenges, whether it is teacher capacity, curriculum alignment, and drive scalable impact across the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, prosperous and peaceful Africa, driven by its own citizens and representing in advancing sustainable development, industrialization, and economic resilience, and youth unemployment. Kenya is committed to becomes a national and continental priority, not just in words, but in policy, investment, and inspiration. I urge every participant to think boldly, and act with purpose. Let us challenge the status quo, break silos, and nurture agenda, but in homes, communities, and policy corridors across Africa. Adventures Africa 2025 officially open. For you all. And I hope that at the end of the fourth, a park that is right in the city, the only one, I think, in the whole world. Thank you. And